back from the hot tub time machine. And I saw this, and I want to talk to Roz about it, ask her the questions, but she doesn't know what I'm about to ask her. And I saw recently on Facebook a buddy of mine, gonna stay nameless, who I spoke to maybe 3 months ago about flexible eating, all in, and somewhere along the line it didn't work for him. And now, or not now, after he failed at flexible eating, he went back to his same routine of paleo. So I call this video Faileo because now I see tons of pictures of bread and desserts.
It's not paleo.
Well, I was gonna say I haven't been paleo in quite some time, but I don't think
All the rage, the new paleo bread.
the new paleo. No, it was like
desserts.
legit biscuits and bread. It was not Ezekiel sprouted bread. So I kind of laugh, to be honest. I laugh at myself, and I'm just like, idiots. Literally, I think to myself, what a bunch of fucking idiots. Like, they think they know everything. They think they know more than me. And then they go to paleo again. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, firstly, I understand your frustration, but I think, personally, I'm a little bit more compassionate and have a little more empathy because I did that as well. Like, I started flexible eating and then it got hard and I started to fail at it, and I just went back to the paleo eating because it was something familiar, something I knew, something that I knew that I had had previous success with. And there are other, I believe, chemical and like things at play that tell you and remind you that it's a safe place to return to. So I think it's very hard. It's breaking that habit cycle.
But, and I suppose what you're saying is true, in that it works.
I know what question you're
No, my mindset is cool. You're going back to this because you think it works, but it doesn't actually work.
Yeah.
Because it's just part of that cycle. You may lose 10, 15, 50 pounds.
Yeah.
But eventually you're done with paleo. You're back to eating bread like this dude. Instead of just taking the time and learning about something new. What question did you think I was going to ask?
How's that working out for you?
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, you're doing paleo. How's that fucking biscuit? Is that a paleo biscuit? And it's just, I don't understand it, Like I said, I call it Faileo because I think, and it's these challenges. And, I met with a guy probably a year and a half ago now, significantly overweight, and sat down, explained flexible eating. He was going to give it a try. Week later, I see him, and he's like, yeah, that's not going to work for me. I need to do paleo. What I know, well, he didn't even say paleo, he said low carb, and I need to lose this weight, and then I'll do that. Flash forward 1.5 years, the dude's heavier. How's that working out for you?
Yeah.
So, what do we need to do as leaders of this revolution? And you guys watching this are leaders as well in the nation, because you all have friends and family members and people at your box or your Globo Gym or your spin studio that are doing the same thing. And they may even laugh at you for eating a Pop-Tart, a cookie, a piece of bread, a pizza. So what do we do? Because, okay, I'm done being an asshole and just laughing at people. Let's do something about it. What is it?
I think you do need to have some empathy with these people.
Okay, I
first off.
empathize. You're a dummy.
Let's
I'm
not
done.
write them off.
Right.
But I think it's hard. Like, you gotta explain to people and set them up with expectations that everybody's different. I think for a lot of people, they come into it and they expect to get that 10-pound drop like they would on any kind of crash diet, and that doesn't necessarily happen for everyone. And like, that didn't happen for me straight off the bat, which is why I just immediately was like, oh, I need to go back to paleo and low carb. So I think it's just encouraging people to understand that it's not a 30-day challenge. This is for life. It's a long-term sustainable way of living. and it's not. It's gonna make you happy.
I love it. I love it. You're right. I think that's a big reason. I think that's it.
I think most people see it potentially as one of those diets out there where they can do it for 30 days, lose a bunch of weight, and then go back to something a little easier because, hey, yeah, okay, it is a lot easier not to keep track of my food every day, but at the same time, was I happy doing that? And did I maintain my weight? No. I deprived myself of food, and then I ended up putting on a shit ton of weight. So, you know,
it goes
be
back
realistic, people. It's long term. It's not short term.
Right, and in summation, because the sun is setting here in Florida, simple, complex, simple. Right, like you were saying, it's easier not to, but once you deal with the complexity of flexible eating, it's simple.
Mhm. Totally.
And let's smash some donuts tonight.
Cannot wait.